Rubber arm, guys. I noticed that during the CC skin tint. Do you know what I mean? My arm and my face. So two different colours, aren't that? Looks like a rubber arm, doesn't it? Oh, we have a lot of fun on Joseph's channel, don't we? Right, stop it, Joseph. Sorry, guys. Hello, gorgeous ones. Welcome back. If you're new to my channel, a very warm welcome to you. I'm Joseph. And if you're already subscribed, welcome anyway. It's lovely to have you with us all today on this gorgeous summer's day. In today's today's going to be another blind foundation review. I was out and about yesterday in town, and I just fancied treating myself to a foundation, quite a cheap foundation. None of my foundations or reviews of foundations are high end. I only at the moment review drugstore foundations or very reasonably priced or bargain bucket foundations. And what I do is I test them blind. So what I do is I put them on my skin without looking at the website at all. So I don't know anything about any of the foundations I'm putting on my face. And then I try them various different ways: primers, no primers, sponge, fingers, wet brush, dry brush, so on and so forth. And then we have a look at the website to see whether my findings marry up with, you know, the company's claims. So in waffling again, in today's tutorial, I'm going to just we're going to try the old Superstay, and this is Superstay 24-hour skin tint in color 21. Can you see that? It is colour, yeah, 21. So if that sounds like something you beautiful ones want to find out more about, keep watching. So yesterday, guys, I went on a bit of an odyssey or a journey around Ely trying to find this one. I'd been out the day before and the day before that searching for this one. And in Boots, they had 2 colours available. In Superdrug, about 5 or 6 shades available. But the only problem with Superdrug and Boots were the fact that so people had obviously been trying them, so they'd opened them. There was foundation fingerprints all on every single bottle. So in the end, what I did is I went down to Sainsbury's, and this was $12.99 in Boots and Superdrug, guys, possibly around 16, 17 US dollars. Again, I'm not a currency conversion expert, but yeah, no, in the end, I went down to Sainsbury's, and this was £13 in Sainsbury's. It's your bog standard 30 mils. However, I thought the 1 penny was worth paying just for the old security seal, so that you know then that no one else has tried because there's nothing worse, is there, beautiful ones, than, you know, getting your foundation home only to find that half of it's bloody been used on someone else's face. Horrible. So guys, this is the Maybelline 24-hour Superstay skin tint with vitamin C derivative. Again, I haven't looked, so I imagine it's probably a scorball glucoside. That seems to be really, really popular with Maybelline and L'Oreal. And by the way, FYI, guys, Maybelline is owned by L'Oreal. And what these companies tend to do is they tend to share the same base formulas across each company. So if you find that something by Maybelline is very, very similar to a L'Oreal foundation, now you know why. And it's the same with Lancome. Chanel owns Bourjois, so they share formulas. And Estee Lauder, wow. Estee Lauder owns Clinique, Lab Series, Spitting. Sorry, guys. Estee Lauder owns Clinique, Lab Series, Bumble and Bumble, Joe Malone, Bobbi Brown, loads. So again, they share for base forms. Each one is tailored slightly differently. I mean, you're asking £100 for something which is basically the size of a pea. Do you know what I mean? It can't be exactly the same across each company, so that they have to change it. And also the claims you're digressing again, Joseph. So sorry about that, guys. Just wanted to clarify, FYI, as I said. So this is the Superstay 24-hour skin tint with vitamin C, and it is a continuation of the old Superstay line by Maybelline, which is their version of the infallible line by L'Oreal. Also the Tint Idole, is it, by Lancome? Not too sure. Not a big fan of Lancome, really. I think their stuff is really over perfumed and certainly overpriced, guys. But right, let's get back on track. So this was, as I said, £13, and I paid an extra penny for the old security seal. And the shades in Sainsbury's, I think they had probably 6 or 7 different shades. This was the second or third lightest one in. And can you see it's got a slight shimmer to it? Can you see that just there, guys? It has got a very shimmery sort of look to it. So I imagine this is going to be quite a dewy sort of finish. And also, because this is colour 21, and my Superstay 24-hour hybrid foundation is colour 21 Two, I didn't realise, but what Maybelline tend to do with the Superstay range anyway, I don't know whether they do it with any of their other ranges, but they use the same colour across different foundations. So 21 in the Superstay Hybrid foundation is perfect for me. So that was why, well, it wasn't the reason why, actually. I just thought that in the shop, this looked really good colour match to me. And also these colours are quite cool toned. And what I was saying, guys, about, you know, companies using the same formula across their different lines. I mean, look at this, and now look at this one. Do you see? They're both 30 mils. They're both in dropper bottles or pipette bottles, whatever you want to call it. They're both tints. They're both by L'Oreal. Ultimately, this one is Maybelline, but I've already said Maybelline's owned by L'Oreal. The difference is this one has This one has 1% hyaluronic acid. This one has the old vitamin C derivative. So I think that demonstrates my point there about, you know, these companies using basically like a framework to create a foundation, and then they tailor it to each company with the umbrella company governing the itchy moustache. the umbrella company governing the basic formula. Does that make sense? I really hope so, guys. Sometimes I just can't explain my thoughts very well. I'm not the most eloquent or lucid of people in the whole world, but... And finally, beautiful ones, before we get into the old Superstay Skin Tint with vitamin C derivative, possibly it's not even worth having it in there because the amount of vitamin C which would be in this one is so small, guys. But it the colour range is, I think that looks quite cool. Do you know what I mean? And the old L'Oreal ones, this was a little bit too yellowy for my skin. And the next one down, I think that's light to medium, isn't it? Light. The next one down, light to medium, was more cool toned, however way too dark and for my skin. So that was another reason I purchased the old Superstay. That's why I plumped. Who knows? That's why I plumped for this one in the end, in this shade. I nearly went for shade 30, but I know that with the old powder foundation in exactly the same shade, that's a pretty much spot on exact match to my skin. Proof will be in the testing though, guys. So should we try this out? Why not? So guys, this comes in a 30 ml glass bottle with a metal effect. It's actually plastic, but a metal effect collar with a white rubber pipette on the top, or rubber dropper thing. And as I said, it's security sealed with the Maybelline branding on the front with a plastic sticker, which says Maybelline New York Superstay plus C derivative, I don't know, 24-hour skin tint. So, you know, we could see whether it lives up to that test. Do you want me to do a wear test? I could do a wear test if you want. Let me know, guys. Well, it's too late to let me know. And on the back, you've got your label with the some instructions, not in-depth instructions, and you just pull that down to reveal the ingredients. I imagine this being a skin tint, it will be silicone based. So again, we can try it with damp sponge. I think first of all, though, we'll just apply it with fingers, shall we? Why not? It's as good as anyway, isn't it, guys? Can you see it's got like a holographic effect? It just looks really trendy, doesn't it? And that shimmer in there just looks awesome, doesn't it, guys? It's going to be beautiful on the old face, on the old choppies. So should we try some on? Why not? What I'll do is I'll open it up, put some on the back of my hand, and then do a swatch down the side to see how close this one is. Okay. By the way, guys, that is not a spot. I cut myself shaving this morning because I don't use shaving foam. I just use shampoo. Tip there for you men out there, guys. If you don't want to spend loads of money on aerosol, shaving foams, or also damage the environment, use a good shampoo. You get a really good foam with it, and the razor just glides. Waffle. Sorry, guys. Right, so yeah, we have to take the old security seal off. So if this is anything like the old, what was the one I tried a little while ago, and was it the there we go. It's come off quite easily. Left a bit of a sticky. I'm really anal about my makeup, guys. I don't know why, but that stickiness there is going to really bother me now for the rest of my life. Possibly not the rest, possibly being a little bit dramatic there as usual, but no, do you see that sticky area there? That's going to pick up dust, and I'll have to try and get that off somehow. Damp cloth, waffling, sorry guys. Right, guys, I've just removed the old sticky mess, and that just would have picked up fluff and hairs, and it just would have been just my worst nightmare, basically. I'm not OCD, but, you know, I do think that, you know, you need to keep your makeup and skincare and brushes and so on in good fettle, because if you don't, it's like a workman, really. I suppose workmen keep their tools clean, don't they? And these are our tools as makeup aficionados, or whatever we are. You know, makeup lovers, I suppose, is probably the better word for it, aficionados. Bigging myself up there, aren't I? Sorry, beautiful ones. Yeah, and actually, quite a funny story. When I lived in London and I was practicing as a nurse, I knew this lady, and she was obsessed by Clarins makeup. No, Clinique, I think it. No, I think it might have been Clarins. Can't remember, but she had this little table in her bedroom with them all lined up, and if anyone would knock any over or get them out of alignment, she would get really angry. And she used to polish them. She did, guys. She used to polish them on a daily basis. I mean, I'm not as bad as that, beautiful ones, am I? Possibly. Who knows? Right. There's Now It's Queer as Folk, is there, guys, eh? And I think that little story demonstrates that. Right. Should we, yeah, let's get this little baby open. So what I'll do is I'll just, and I swear I haven't looked at the website. I don't know anything about this form. I don't know what coverage it is. I don't even know. Right. So can you see? So that's the foundation, or the skin tint, if you like. And without dropping it, I'm just going to put some on my hand. So just put a little swatch there. And of course, I'll show you that. Just put the lid on him. You know me, guys, I'm so clumsy. That will go over. Can you see that just there? So it's got that that faint sort of, it reminds me of watermelons. Do you know what? And obviously it's not watermelons or even supposed to smell like watermelons, but it that's a scent that it evokes watermelons. It's a foundation-y sort of smell is what I'm trying to say, beautiful one. So I'll just wow, it's really sheer, guys, and it glides on. That's disappeared, isn't it? That's totally gone. Wow, can you see there's a little bit of remnants of colour there? So that's good. It smells of like was it Lucidity or something by Estee Lauder? And now discontinued. I wish these companies would stop discontinuing these fab makeup items. It's just so irritating. Look at that rubber arm, guys. I noticed that during the CC skin tint. Do you know what I mean? My arm and my face. So two different colours, aren't that? Looks like a rubber arm, doesn't it? Oh, we have a lot of fun on Joseph's channel, don't we? Right, stop it, Joseph. Sorry, guys. Before we slap this on Joseph's choppies, guys, my skin is normal to combination. In the summer, a little bit oily. Do you know that fly is still, I reckon it's damaged my vocal cords or something. Little bugger. Yeah, no, sorry. My skin is oily to combination, oily to combination, and it's a little bit oilier in the summer. And skin prep, I've got nothing on my skin. We can try with, if you want. Hang on, where's me? Lanacane as a primer, or I could even use the sheer cover primer. Who knows? We'll play around with it, shall we? That's what it's for. That's what this tutorial is for. It's just to have fun with foundation. Foundation fun with Joseph. Right. So without any further ado, I'll get some of this one and I'll load it onto the back of my paw or hand. Right. So how much? So careful not to spill the bloody lot everywhere, because you all know how. Right. Let's just smear that off there. It's quite thick, guys, actually. It's not a runny sort of foundation. You'd think a skin tint, wouldn't you, would be... So that's it there. You'd think a skin tint, wouldn't you, beautiful ones, would be really runny and thin. But this is... Oh, it could be perfumed. Again, we'll find out when we look at the old the old website. So what I'll do is I'll just load some of that onto my finger. Can you see that? So... dot him there, and wow, I've got way too much again. Joseph goes totally overboard with the old foundation. Right, so what I'll do is I'll finger blend that in, guys. So, turn my glasses off. Oh, wow. Can you see that's giving like a sort of, it's got a bit of a shimmer to it. Well, we saw that in the bottle, didn't we, guys? So I think this is going to be one of those dewy finish foundations, which I prefer to... you know, your matte ones, because I think matte foundations can look really chalky on the old chops. But and you know, it's my aim to have my foundation undetectable on the skin. Right, let's have a little look. So that's one application using fingers, guys. So Let's have a look. Can you see there, beautiful ones? That area there, it's just giving my skin like a luminosity. It feels, doesn't feel greasy at all, because I do believe it's a silicone-based foundation. Again, we'll find out when we look at the old ingredients. It hasn't set quite just yet, and I don't know if it will set 100%. Skin tints tend to not set, if that makes sense. They tend to stay on the skin, and they tend to be quite moist, if that makes sense. I hate that word, moist, but it's certainly matched my skin tone, isn't it? And I used loads there, guys. I mean, you saw how much I used, possibly half a bottle. No, I'm only joking, no way. But yeah, so yeah, that looks nice, doesn't it? So the colour match is possibly a little bit too dark for my skin. Could have gone one shade lighter. Who knows? What do we think at home? I mean, look at my nose. Can you see that glow? And there. Yeah, it's quite a nice foundation, guys. Let's play around with it and see if we can get the most out of it, shall we? Why not? That's what we're here for, beautiful ones. I'll go and wash this off, and I'll be back in 2 shakes of a cat's whisker, and we'll try with a foundation brush. How does that sound? Let's do that. See you in a minute. Sorry, guys. My bad. I forgot to do the photo. So here's one in flash photography. What do you think? Looks quite natural, doesn't it, guys? I don't think the colour's quite right for my skin tone, but here's one from me looking face on with, you know, in natural daylight. No flash. Here's one from me with me looking to the right, so that would be your left side. And here's one of me looking left to your right side. Get that right, Joseph. And finally, here's one from above me looking down. So, well, beautiful ones. No, the jury's out at the moment. It has, it could be my application technique, but I have noticed it's gathered around my nostrils. I have quite a lot of texture around there. Obviously, the old stoush and beard, again, you know, they are there. So if you don't want makeup all over your facial hair, just avoid them, totally, beautiful ones. It has dried now, so probably around 10 minutes dry time. So it's a lovely formula, though, beautiful ones. And I reckon it will be oil-free too. Again, I don't know anything about the claims. So I'll go and wash this off, and should we try with the old makeup brush, foundation brush? Why not? So beautiful one. Should we try with the old foundation brush? This is one by Real Techniques. I think it was about £8, something like that, from Superdrug. And can someone tell me, it's sorry, Real Techniques, is that a company by Samantha Chapman and Nicola Chapman? You know, the YouTubers who do they've been around for ages, guys. So, and I always used to follow them years ago before I got back into YouTubing, because I've only been been watching YouTube really since I started my channel again. So, and that's the past 4 months, isn't it? Something like that. So, sorry, guys, get on your job, Joseph. Can you see that? Again, loads there, guys. Far too much for me, but we'll make it work, guys. So awkward. Right, so and this is dry, and we'll try it with a wet one if you want, guys. Why not? You know, I love playing around with finding ways to make makeup work for us. You know, it's just a cause for thinking outside the box a little bit, guys. Now that's going on much better. Yeah. Although I'm using loads of foundation here, guys. I think that, you know, I may as well buy shares in Maybelline. So what I'll do is I'll just do that one side of my face, and I'll let you guys have a little look and see what you think. It's certainly very glowy, guys. There's probably a ton of mica in here, you know, that glow-giving mineral. But let's cover that old spot on the old snufter, shall we? Just do that. This brush has got a concealing brush on one end and a foundation on t'other. Right, so let's just see if it's going to cover Joseph Zit. Which I got that because of the Bacuccio. Yeah, you said that yesterday, Joseph. Right. That's a lot more better, guys. A lot more better. That's a lot better. My skin's quite dry around here. It's grabbing onto the foundation. And again, we haven't primed, so We will prime. We'll try it with the old Lanacane, shall we? Because that's just as good as any primer, and it's much cheaper as well. Although it's designed for people who have quite big legs that rub together. It's an anti-chaffing gel. In fact, I should probably use it. I've got huge legs. Right, let's have a little look at that. Can you see it does give the skin a fabulous glow? Really lovely glow, guys. Gorgeous. Joseph's getting very excited about this foundation. I just think that looks amazing. Look at that side of my face. Look straight on. Window wipers. Stop it. Right. No, I think that's incredible. And that's dried down now, guys. And so obviously by using the old brush, you're not putting so much foundation on your skin. And this is I think it's a synthetic. It looks like it's natural hairs to me, although it's probably one of those synthetic ones designed to mimic, you know, the appearance of animals like dead ferrets and stuff, which I think is horrible. And I'll always use synthetic where possible, guys, even when I'm a fully trained artiste de maquillage, or whatever the French for makeup artist is. I don't really know. So how are you guys? Are you all okay? Hope you're enjoying the lovely weather. We've had a sunny spell in England at the moment, which is really unusual for our summers. Usually it's piddling down with rain, or freezing cold, or miserable. No, I'm quite impressed with that, guys. I mean, obviously, the left-hand side of my face, I've not used hardly any foundation. I just used the remnants, which was on the back of my hand, that area there. And because this is the Superstay line, it's one of the Superstay foundations. I imagine this is designed to last for 24 hours. Who knew? Yeah, no, I definitely prefer this side of my face to this side. Still looks flawless, though, guys, but natural. Let's have a look at the old Schnufter. Has it? No, it hasn't really grabbed. Can you see my pores on my nose? Nothing you can do about those, guys. I mean, you could stipple your foundation into them because you're pushing the foundation into like a crevice, and by pushing it in, you're coating all of the surface, thereby tricking your eye into thinking you've got perfect skin. My nose looks like a bloody golf ball, doesn't it? Right, bring it down onto the old neck. Must go and clean my glasses. They're getting ever so greasy. What do we think? Not bad. The colour match is pretty good, isn't it? Considering they only had 6 shades in Sainsbury's, and it's gone. Totally gone. Oh, you beautiful ones. It'll come back. Yeah, no, sorry, guys. I was talking about the shade range, wasn't I? Possibly, I think there were 6 colours in Sainsbury's yesterday. Again, I haven't got a clue how many shades they sell. It could be 50 or even 60. I doubt it very, very much. Maybelline and L'Oreal tend to, apart from their True Match range, L'Oreal and Maybelline tend to just release maybe 10 at the maximum shades. Apart from the Fit Me range, I think they've got quite a good selection of colours. Again, digressing quite severely. So let's just put that over there, or that will end up everywhere. So far, I'm really liking this side of my face, you know, because I used a lot less of the product. I used what was left on the back of my hand, you know, that area. I should put a little bit more on. Why not? Just get the remnants up, shall we, and try and see if we can do something with the old nose. And, you know, bounce it in. And this side of my face, although it looks flawless, and because it's got the mica in it, that's giving your skin the glow, which adds a natural effect to the otherwise mask-like look of foundation. So that's why I'd always prefer a dewy sort of finish. But no, that side to me looks a little bit too cakey. So far, I'm liking this side of my face. So a brush with a little bit less foundation, and that way it would last a little bit longer too. And what I'll do is once we've established the most suitable or ideal way of applying this, should I do my whole face? Why not? So what should we do next, guys? Should we try the old? I know. Once again, guys, I'll take some photos. So this one is in flash photography. And remember, the left-hand side of my face is with the brush. The less amount of foundation. Right-hand side is the more amount of foundation. So that will appear to you as in the right side of my face has the less foundation. You know what I'm trying to say. Just invert it, guys. What do you think? I think it looks much better, don't you? Here's the left side of my face, so this will appear right to you. Here's the right side, so again, left. Here's one full on. And finally, one for me, one from looking above me. A drone shot, I believe they call them. Right, okay, I'll go and wash this off, and then when I come back, we'll try with the damp beauty sponge. Okay. So next, beautiful one, should we try the old damp beauty sponge? Bounce it in and see if that makes any difference? Why not? Let's do that. And by the way, beautiful ones, I wash my brushes and sponges every time I've used them. So, you know, they are constantly being washed. So let's get some more of this one onto the back of me. Might just, that's it. So what you need to do is to squeeze the old the dropper thing, the rubber, what's it called, a reservoir or something? I don't really know. So again, put that over there. So that's how much I'm using. Again, get my bowl with a jug, even with some warm water in, because if it's cold, I'll go into shock and die. And you don't want me to die, do you? No. Right. And again, skin's not primed at all. So now that's soaking wet. Can you see? There we go. Drops of water coming. There we go. So just to prove to you, I'm not trying to fool anyone or pull the wool over anyone's eyes. I wouldn't do that. Oh, you would. No, I wouldn't. Right. So which end shall I go in with? Pointed end or a rounded end? I'll go in with the pointed ends for a little bit of precision. So let's gather up some of this one. Shall I use it all? Why not? Hey? So there I've got the whole whack of foundation on the beauty sponge, and hopefully, because this is wet, it should shear it out, guys, and change the look of feel of the foundation from heavy and mask like to ultra natural, bright, glowy, with a little bit of skin showing through, which is what you want from a foundation. Basically just perfecting your old skin. Let's get the rest of that one on there. I'm determined to make this bloody stuff work now, guys. It's an amazingly glowy formula. Yeah, no, that looks pretty good, doesn't it? Just put the old glasses back on. Hang on, let me just put this down here. Joseph and water, not a good combination. Joking again, guys. I think we've done it, guys. I think we've got there. Look at that. Wow, that's just awesome, isn't it? It's the power of water, guys. Water with silicone foundations. Just ace, guys. Just transforms them utterly. And it doesn't have that because before it felt a little bit moist on my skin, and now I've gone in with a damp beauty blender or beauty Superdrug equivalent of, it has just totally. Can you hear those lot out there? Honestly, the dogs in the street, they're so funny. Once one starts, the whole lot start, and it sounds like the whole of Ely is barking. But no, that is incredible, isn't it? Wow, I'm really, really... I mean, look at that there, that area there and there. Can you see? And as I said, it doesn't... Before it felt a little bit heavy and a little bit moist on the skin, a little bit oily, in fact. But now it just feels gorgeous. I can't feel it on my skin, guys. No, that's possibly the way forwards, guys. Yeah, no, I'm very, very pleased with that. Look at that. Look at that glow. I'll go and take 50,000 more photos of me looking ridiculous. And I nearly said beautiful then. I'm not beautiful. I know I'm not. And then she wants to try with primer or who knows? Let's just play around a little bit more, shall we, and have some fun. Why not? That's why we're doing this review. See you in a minute. Right, beautiful ones. Here's some more photos. Here's one of me looking face on, just in natural daylight. So much better with a soaked. I mean, look at that. Sorry, I'm just so impressed. But sorry, carry on looking at the photo. Here's one of me looking right, so this will appear to your left. It's just disappeared in my skin and just left my skin looking flawless and bloody gorgeous. Here's one of me looking right, so no, looking left, so to your right, or vice versa, the other way around than the first one, second one. Here's one from above, drone shot. And finally, guys, here's one in flash photography. Right, so you would have thought, wouldn't you, that something which, like a foundation which has titanium dioxide anyway in it, because they do add titanium, not as a sunscreen, but to give the formula opacity and to also help it adhere to your skin. You would have thought that in flash photography that would have given you flashback, but no flashback at all, beautiful ones. Right, beautiful ones. I'll go and wash this off, and when I come back, should we try with the hang on, lanacane? And this is basically just pure silicones. It's a blend of 4 or 5 different silicones. And silicones are one of the main ingredients in a lot of primers, guys. And I don't like to prime my skin. However, for today's tutorial, I'm willing to do that for you, beautiful ones. And who knows, it may shear the formula out a little bit more. It may even give us even better looking skin than with the old soaked beauty blender. And I used quite a lot of foundation there, guys, didn't I? I mean, you know, you saw me put it on the back of my hand there. But you see, it's very colour true as well. And the thing with these 24-hour stay foundations is that they probably won't oxidize as much as if they were just regular foundations. So I'll go and do that now. And when I come back, we'll try with the lanacane and soaked beauty blender. Is that a good idea? Let's do that. See you in a minute. Right, beautiful ones, I'm back. So should we put some of the old lanacane on? Why not? As I said, this is a blend of 5 or 6 silicones, and this will just help the foundation. There's quite a lot there, guys, but this is only £6 per tube, and I think there's, how much is in there? Let's have a little look. 28 grams, so nearly 1 fluid ounce, I reckon, possibly a little bit more. Right, so what I'll do is I'll just gather some of that one and put these onto the 4 panels of your face. And when I say panels, obviously I mean cheeks, nose, and forehead. Sorry, nose, forehead, and cheeks. Nearly said chin then, but you can't see my chin, can you? Because it's covered in bum fluff or goatee beard, whatever you want to call it. Oh yes, by the way, beautiful ones, you know Jenny, you know I was talking about Jenny at the foundation lady the other day, that she'd done the makeup course I wanted to do. Bless her heart, you'll never guess what she's done. She's actually written to the makeup, the online makeup academy, or whatever, I can't remember its name at the moment. I'll put it down here. I'm sure it's called the Online Makeup Academy. Anyway, she's written to them an email and asked them if they could let me do the course for free, which would just be amazing, wouldn't it? I mean, that would just be all my dreams come true. Bless your heart, Jenny. Thank you so much for that. That was just so generous of you, lovey. And that way, you know, I could just basically start the course much sooner, get my vlogs started a lot sooner, and right, really seriously waffling now, guys. Sorry about that. So that's the primer or the lanacane gel on my skin, and it doesn't harm your skin at all, guys. I've been using this in my anhydrous vitamin C, which means basically waterless vitamin C formulas for years. That spot's really starting to get on my nerves. Zitty old Josephify. Right, so now then. Again, guys. So Joseph has his soaked beauty blender. Sorry, guys. Get it right, Joseph. And I'll just put that on my lap while I get some more of the old gorgeous foundation. This is lovely. I'm really pleased with this. Again, I wouldn't be able to use it just straight out of the old pot. So here I'm going to add another pint of this onto my face. That should be plenty, guys. And then once I've done this, should have a look at the old website and see whether my findings marry up with the... Can you see that? Right, so again, soaking wet beauty blender, and that's the old... I haven't watched this yet because didn't really have enough time. My mum and dad are coming over at about 12 o'clock and it's now 20 to 10. They're just dropping in just to say hello quickly, but I don't want to be filming when they arrive, bless them. Right, so yeah, no, I was going to say I was going to use the clean end, so should we go in with the clean side? So again, get it all onto my old beauty blender. Now, can you see that? So what I'll do is I'll just finger it in a little bit, just finger dab that in, just so it's not, there's not just one blob of it on the old chops. Do you know what I mean? Wow. Just using the water as well makes the whole thing so much more refreshing, guys. It really does. And obviously, as I said, I don't prep my skin, so there's no issue with moisturizers interacting with the silicones and the foundation, silicones in the foundation. So don't really know what I'm talking about there. I know, yeah, I know the point I'm trying to make is just, you know, sometimes when you've got heavy moisturizer and water-based moisturizers, particularly, you go in with a soaking wet beauty blender, silicone-based foundations. All of the three are opposed, or they're made of different stuff. So you end up in a bit of a mess, really, and the foundation will start to pull, and your moisturizer will get blended in with the foundation, and it will all look really horrible, guys. So that's why it's really important to match your moisturizer, primer, and foundation. So what do we think of this application? Being very French today, aren't I? Very Euro, I suppose is a good word, Jenny. Let's catch on the old beard. I'm actually doing this on purpose this time, guys. Dabbing into the old whiskers. Right, put that down there. So let's have a little look. Yeah. Oh, by the way, guys, I looked in the bathroom, spot on with the old damp beauty blender and the foundations, you know, on the back of my hand without using primer. Looked flawless, but natural, guys, which is what I want. I'll get you in a little bit closer. Is that okay, guys? Let's do that. Right, beautiful ones, that's got you in a lot closer, which is what I like. So, yeah, now this is my skin close up, and can you see now it's got that, the Lanacane has added a very, very slight mattification to the whole process, if you like. So if you've got slightly oilier skin, then I would certainly prime with the Lanacane first. However, I just preferred it without Lanacane. So, yeah, again, and it just looks invisible on the skin, doesn't it, guys? And that's because we've used water. You've heard me say that 1,000 times already today. Stop repeating yourself. And look at my nose. It just looks pretty glowy, but really, really, really natural, guys. And again, the whistle test will be when I go and look at this in the bathroom. I'll take some more photos in a minute and put them here. Right, I'll go and do that now, guys, and I might move you back out if that's okay. Because although I love having you this close, feeling a little bit claustrophobic. No, I'm joking, guys. I just think it's better when you're back there, because you know you can then look at the photos. Then I can waffle. I can be in this part here and waffle to my heart's content. Right, beautiful ones. Here's some photos. Now then, this one is in flash photography, and there's no flashback. Can you see that? I mean, normally if you have quite a heavy foundation which is packed full of titanium dioxide, it acts almost like a mirror and just bounces the light straight back off and makes you look chalky, ghost-like. Here's one waffling. Here's one from me face on in natural daylight. And it's lent my skin almost like a velvety sort of feel or look, if you like. Here's one from my right, so this will appear to your left. You can't tell I've got anything on, can you? Here's one from the left, so this will appear to your right. Beautiful, guys. And lastly, here's me, here's the drone shot, basically. Drone shot, what are you talking about? You know what I mean, beautiful ones, don't you? Just put him over there and put that one over there. Right, guys, so yeah. So I am really, really chuffed with this one. So beautiful ones. This 24-hour Super Stay Skin Tint with Vitamin C in colour 21. Used with a soaking wet beauty blender, just gives you the most fabulous looking skin, guys. It really, really does. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Put him over there. Again, this video is not sponsored, guys. Joseph's not famous enough yet to have offers of sponsorship. My hair looks very windswept today, doesn't it? Perhaps I need a haircut. Right, back on track. Yeah, so guys, you know, I'm so impressed with this foundation. It's just awesome. It just gives you the skin the most beautiful glow. But then we found the same with the powder foundation, didn't we, by Maybelline? The same line as this, the Superstay 24-hour hybrid foundation with a soaked beauty, the sponge that came with it. And I've still got those sponges. They're in my makeup box or crate thing, which is just over here. Although I don't really use them. What I tend to use is when I put the Superstay powder on, as I use a soaked beauty blender. And I'll do the same with this little baby now. So yeah, that's colour 21, which is a very good match to my skin. Should we have a little look at the website and see what they say? Let's do it. So beautiful ones. Joseph's got the old Maybelline website. Can you see that? Maybelline New York up there. And as I said, this is called the Superstay 24-hour Skin Tint with Vitamin C. This is the American site. I thought Maybelline had a .co.uk site, but can't find it. So here we've got the colour shades, and they're probably around 30 or 40 shades in all, but they've got cool shades, warm shades and neutral shades, and they've got quite a good shade range actually. So Should we now read about the description? Why not? Drop on your super skin with Superstay up to 24 hours skin tint. Interesting. This non-stop power drop is infused with vitamin C, and there's a little star, so we'll have a look at that in a minute, and creates a bright, natural look that lasts all day. Yeah, I'd agree with that. Our vegan formula brightens and delivers beautiful skin-like coverage for a natural, radiant finish. Again, it did take quite a bit of work, didn't it? But hey, let's carry on. 95% said, skin looks healthy. 2 dots, we'll have to look at those afterwards. Weightless feel, resists sweat, humidity and fading. Suitable for all skin types, including sensitive skin. Available in 18 shades, right, so that's cleared that one up. And here, this is the stars. Can you see up there? There's hang on, where are the stars? Can you see there? There's a couple of stars next. I'll put it down here anyway, just so you guys can see. And basically, the vitamin C derivative, the vitamin C in the formula is a vitamin C derivative, possibly ascorbyl glucoside, as I said. And they've actually done a test and have said in a consumer test after 4 weeks of daily use. That's a good sample, and that's a good. They haven't given you the sample size, so we don't know how many people it was tested on. Again, if it's only one person, it's pointless, isn't it? Benefits. Right, Superstay up to 24-hour skin tint delivers buildable light to medium coverage for a skin-like finish and a natural radiant look. Yep, I'd agree with that. With Beauty Blender, damp Beauty Blender, of course. And vitamin C infused vegan formula brightens skin instantly and over time. 95% said skin looks healthy, resists sweat, humidity and fading. Available in 18 shades. Again, they haven't given you the sample size. Possibly, as I said, if it's just one person, it just makes the whole thing obsolete. So things like that really get my goat. Right, how to apply. Shake bottle well. Apply a few drops with fingers or Beauty Blender to blend into skin. Apply more product to build to medium coverage. Can be worn alone or layered with other makeup / skincare products. So what they haven't said there is the fact that, we've had to use a soaking wet beauty blender to get the old the ultra natural finish, which I was after, but we got there. So a big thumbs up to Maybelline. So the ingredients, and again I'll put them here so you're not having to refer to my phone. Aqua water O isododecane dimethicone, so it has got silicones in it. I thought it had. A lot of these skin tints do contain silicones. And can you see the fourth ingredient in alcohol denate? Now that's denatured alcohol, and it's pretty high up on the old ingredients list. And denatured alcohol is horrible for skin, guys. So, and what it's doing in there, I haven't got a clue. And what I think we should do now, beautiful ones, is just have a closer look at these benefits just to see whether I agree with them or not. So Superstay up to 24-hour skin tint delivers buildable light to medium coverage for a skin-like finish and a natural radiant look. Again, I wouldn't have said it looked particularly natural straight out of the bottle. I mean, it took a soaking wet beauty blender to get to the desired result. Again, light to medium coverage. I'd say, yeah, I'd agree with that. Definitely medium, more medium than light, definitely. Vitamin C infused vegan formula brightens skin instantly and over time. Oh yeah, I was going to look at what vitamin C it was. I'll do that in a minute. Again, the amount of vitamin C which is in this formula is possibly negligible. So I reckon it's going to be, ascorbyl glucoside, which is, I'll put it here and I'll put a ring around it, guys, so you can see. And ascorbyl glucoside is a derivative of vitamin C. And what they've done is they've basically fused vitamin C with a sugar, basically. And they've used enzymes to, So, right, that's the website, beautiful ones. So, guys, now we've seen the website. What do you think? Do you think that the claims marry up with what we found with the foundation on my skin? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. My overall impression of this foundation is that it looks stunning. I mean, look at that. It just looks that reflect in there. Just looks awesome. And this also reminds me of the True Match. Hold on, I'll just get my True Match, which is here. And this one also has the same, I don't know whether you can see, I don't know whether the camera's going to pick this up or not, but no, it's not. But this has the same sort of reflecting. No, you can't see it, guys. That's a shame, but this is obviously far more glowy than the true match. And again, both are owned by L'Oreal, both are L'Oreal formulas, although this one has vitamin C in as opposed to hyaluronic acid. You've said that, Joseph. You're rabbiting. Sorry. And yes, Maybelline have lived up to their claims to a degree, I suppose. The only sticking point for me would be the vitamin C. I don't think there'd be enough vitamin C in this, and it's pretty low down on the old ingredients list too. So I suppose, I mean, ascorbyl glucoside could lighten skin. That's one of its most what's the word I'm looking for? One of its most predominant properties, I suppose, or its primary properties, is the fact that it can lighten dark spots, age spots, so on. However, I doubt if there's enough in here. No, I don't think there would be, guys. So, however, for £13, we can forgive Maybelline, can't we, beautiful ones? So this is a big thumbs up to me, guys. Yes, we had to use the old Soaking Wet Beauty Blender. I didn't like it with the Lanacane gel, did I? No, certainly not. But, and just straight out of the bottle and with a foundation brush, again, no, definitely not. However, if you want a supernatural finish from a skin tint like this, and do make sure it's silicone based, guys, if you're going to go in with the Soaking Wet Beauty Blender. If you want a supernatural finish and one which tend to be a little bit more cool, this is definitely one for you guys. It is an incredible foundation. Again, mixing skincare in with foundations, I'm not really a fan of that as such, but that's my own personal problem or demon, isn't it? I was watching Poirot the other day, guys. Murder on the Links, one of my favourites. I love Poirot. And I was watching one of the female characters in it, and her skin looks amazing in there. She's obviously got foundation on, but you can see the skin through it, and the skin's glowing. It hasn't got that chalky mask-like look. And I reckon the makeup artists possibly used a soaking wet sponge to get that look, and that's what's happened here as well. This obviously is with the old Lanacane, but you know, if I would ever wear this out, which I definitely would, I would certainly use the soaked sponge method, because it just made my skin look stunning, didn't it, guys? If I say so myself, and I did just say so myself. And so my final thoughts on the Superstay skin tint in colour 21 is that it is a fabulous product, guys. If you want glowy, perfect skin, use a soaked beauty blender. £13, you can't scoff at that, guys. Obviously, the shade range in the UK is quite limited. However, if you're lucky enough to live in America and have access to all 31 shades, you're made, guys. You've got it made over there, beautiful ones. You really, really have. I know there's a payoff that we have certain companies in England that you don't have in America, or we have full shades of that you don't have in America. But, you know, it's tit for tat, isn't it? Or whatever the expression is. But no, my final thoughts are on this is that I definitely recommend it. I mean, look at that glow. It's just gorgeous, guys. Just gorgeous. Big thumbs up from Joseph. Big, big, big thumbs up. Please do bear in mind, guys, that we used only one application of this, and it is buildable. It's one of those foundations, you know, you can build up without it caking or pooling into your pores. So if you want a little bit thicker or heavier coverage, just, you know, apply a little bit more with the old Soaking Wet Beauty Blender for that ultra natural finish to have your skin shine through. I'll certainly be using this on my clients when I'm a fully qualified makeup artist, definitely without a shadow of a doubt. This is one for the beauty crate, and it's one for me as well, guys. So possibly I might even order all 38, 31 shades. That's something to consider, isn't it, beautiful ones? Right. So, beautiful ones, that's today's review of the Maybelline 24-hour Superstay Skin Tint done. We found a way to make it look really, really expensive on the old skin, haven't we? I mean, this looked like a £100 foundation to me once I applied it with the Soaking Beauty Blender. Goodbye, definitely a goodbye. If you liked today's tutorial, please do give this video a thumbs up. I'm doing that a lot recently, aren't I? Oh well, old age, I suppose. Yeah, no, do give this video a thumbs up. Also, please consider subscribing so that you're notified every time I'm releasing new videos. Hit that notifications button to all beautiful ones, and I will see you all very, very soon, guys. Lots of love. Okay, lots of love, guys. See you soon. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.